Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Today is Monday, November 6th, 2023, if you want to know. And we are about to slay another Light Warden, hopefully. Of course we will. So, we are going to Kitana Ravel. Come on, game. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Oh, I had to change the... I hope I don't level. I should probably change to my white mage. What did you expect? Nah, don't worry, it's easy. I wanted... I didn't think of... Oh... I'm not doing dungeons with you until you say the magic word. Abracadabra. Nah. How is your cold? Oh, for Christ's sake, stop. Are you still congested? Well, at least you're not constipated. Oh my god! I'm a professional, my dear. Light water than arrows. You are going down, motherfucker! Okay. Yeah. This way. Yeah. Okay. Let's go!
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have. His condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though he shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. He must be told. Would you describe it to me, Marie-Angé? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown, boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source, calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Well fought. Let us return home.
Is that all you will say, Ishtola?
The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments, but whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour?
I'm tired.
fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more.
I like to watch. Ooh, that sounds so dirty.
I will quit this place and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done. There is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You
I
recognize
bet.
those scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Hi, Emma. Emma Watson. Oh, are you the real Emma Watson?
Before the great sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name. And by his grace was the calamity averted.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn. She who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided.
It's going fine.
Concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
Yeah, right.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac, we natives of that sundered paradise. Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining?
Yeah, and after that you commit genocide and destruction, and you killed billions of people. Oh, you poor victims.
For our world, for our people, for all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
Okay, we'll go. Oh my god. I don't know. I mean, he could be lying. That was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. So you mean to tell me that I am a thrall of Hydaelyn? No, I'm not. I'm sane. I mean, I'm her champion. No, I don't believe it. Do you suppose there is any truth in Temetzel's claims? You can be tempered by other primals because you're already tempered. I'm just a normal guy. No. I am attuned. Let's fill the map. Shall we? Okay, I'm level 80. Should I switch to white mage? But I don't know if I will be. Let's check. Huh. White mage is level 76. Then glove, boots, sandals, keeper, kicks, earring, horses. Though recent events plainly warrant further discussion, I think it best that we wait until Alfino and the others are present. So you mean to tell me that Asians only want to revert back the splitting of the worlds, so they can But why? Why should they care if the world is split? They can live on the source. What they power has diminished by from the splitting of the realms or something. Though recent events playing war, I think it best that we wait until Alfino and the others are present, Emmett Selk included. How convenient that they think that if they join all the realms, they will become gods or something. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fanau and make certain of the Ulmoron's withdrawal. After that, Slitherbow. The blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Get sundered? What does that mean? Split up. So they think that if the So they think that if they join all the realms again, all the people will become more people than they are now? You are returned and unharmed, I see. So now, since the source has undergone 7 rejoinings, The people on the source are the original souls the Asians knew. People on reflections. Okay, I get that. Okay. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we had devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the V's, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Kitana Ravel proved most enlightening. To be privy of such knowledge is an honor, and one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. His rune are still here. No, we escorted him back to Slitherbow shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Almet. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. Let me just check something. What do I have for head? Mask. Where's that mask? Ah! Yeah! I have a mask. Yeah, now I look like a Borg. Okay. Hello again, Nemo.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong, but we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
Which children you will deliver, Ishtola? Oh, did I say that out loud?
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve...
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we will hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Be right back. Okay, I confess that it makes sense that they are primal. How didn't I think about it? Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. Okay, Ishtola, I'm coming to your chambers. Yeah, let's go. Must go faster, let's go. Here I am. Should I undress now? Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I fear they prove true, and so I must share them with you. Oh, by all means, share everything with me. From the first when we met at Fort Gaun, your ether has appeared tainted. Oh, don't talk about my ether. Let's talk about us. Suffused with an overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Hydalin's blessing. Rather, it was absorbed into your being. Urianger also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray for me at once. And what are you going to do if I start? I'm feeling strange now. Do you want to know how I feel? You, me, both alone in this room full of candles? You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. Oh, Ishtola, for Christ's sake. And who are you? That is a very raggy garment. Are you poor? Ah, okay, just another player. Poor player, by the looks of it. I don't talk with poor people. Bye, hobo. Yes, because because they don't spend 1 month to gear themselves. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbow remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. Okay, Emily. And with that night sky returned, their prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years I have lived with the blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honor to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alfino and Alice have yet to arrive, but where is the Exarch? My friends, it is good to see you all again. Alfino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the Warden hiding in Raktika? Found and slain, you say? I should have known. Yulmore has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvrant to defend them. I am glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Great Wood. Speaking of Yulmore, what came of your meeting with Vothri? Yes, about that. It proved to be... Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you are all tired and as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the Warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has time to settle in. Welcome back, sir. Returned from a lengthy excursion, I take it. Well, your room has been made ready. If you'd care to retire. Very good. I pray. Okay. Let's take the gold.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me. True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it? If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there. Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will? Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascians stock in trade. Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge.
Welcome back.
When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might. Given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there's work to be done.
These bloodless games make for poor sport. Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Ah, I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's edges. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus feel free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Exedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace in companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. I guess that is the quest for... Yeah, this is the quest for the White Mage, but I will not do it now. Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Unskilled. If I've only just returned from Amarang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by sin eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restore the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we will need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak, ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands should be better than 1. Very well. I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus. Then, will you handle the western too? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh god, I have another unlock. What the hell is this? The hunt? Level 80. Yeah. Figures. Okay. I have to go up. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully.
Senator sighted! They're coming!
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
We ought to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. What lovely weather, just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. Crystarian forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated.
Let's give it our all!
Oh, for Christ's sake! Ah.
Help is at hand.
I had forgotten how much DPS does the White Mage do with his main attack, Beast. Make 4 hostile imperative. Where is that? Where is that? Aha. Okay. It says we feared. But our task is it ever was, turn the tide.
On your feet! mortals will suffice. My strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant these.
Let's give them a show! With heart and steel!
Will you stop with your lilies? I'm fine. This is my white mage.
There are so many. Ah, God damn it!
Oh no. Oh, not Lina. No. Oh.
Hold on.
No.
They turned on me.
Oh no.
This one is mine!
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Help! Help! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, Claim them.
It seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they are ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain anyway. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over. After what we've been through, gods know I am. But if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lina is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Emily, you are so sensitive. Come on, we have won. With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hands. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me, I beg you. Don't touch me, I killed her, She was one of them, I know, but Here's Lina. Come on, Lina, get up.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me. I am fine.
No, you're not fine.
Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far! I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium! The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
This mask is so ugly. Who is designing this augmented gear? Valtry's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are all well looked after. Tancred in particular sustained quite an injury from that Sin-Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagirix still. Please give them my thanks. You're here for me? I'm sorry to put you to the trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Jezebel, but just talk to her, will you? There she is. Be right back. Bathroom. Infilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. Okay, let's poke her. Yee! Oh, unskilled, what are you doing here? Tancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless. And now, it's my fault. You can make up for it by being there for him. Are you sure? I've brought him nothing but trouble thus far. And what if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes but put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right, I can still help. If only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesamil. There are only 2 left on this list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant, in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 springs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesamil. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Infilia told me that you would you'd be bringing the rest. Marvelous. With this I can replenish our store of medicines. We are struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we are still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel, but we'll win, I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagyrics in woodworking order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared of. More lie ahead, of course, battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you need? I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Valtteri said is true, if our losses were our just deserts, and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So, I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him, you have my word. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alfino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confessed I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of your soldiers said that? Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. As will I. Of that I have no doubt. And if ever we should appear to falter, it will only be because we are fatigued after a battle well fought. I thank you for your kind words. Now we have plans to make, do we not?
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
So, did you chat?
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects.
How dare you chat with other people?
There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love.
Aww.
Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Okay, I guess we'll go to wherever. Sorry for the wait, I'm ready now. And you're sure you want to do this? Completely sure? Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. Okay, so, okay, I'm confused. Why do Hydaelyn want for the realms to be separated and to people to be lesser in their souls if she's a good entity? Oh, okay. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have a stake? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw Yulmoran airship coming in to land over Amarang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Valtteri forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right, now Nabatarang lies in the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mord Soak. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal on this Nabat Severance, but we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Yulmorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities will not meet with Valtteri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to make the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way you have a chance at reaching Nabatarang unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Tancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Valtteri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. There you are, the gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? Off so soon, Master Guy? You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
I hate this zone. It looks like Mars. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is time to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spent upon it for granted. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing? Finding a village when we are hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes, but you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. You sell? No. You are no merchant. But then, why do I know your face? Oh, I remember. You spent Vorbert gold. Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among Mort traders. You are a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We are on our way to Nabat Areng ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabat Areng. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other Mort might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free, even to friends of our best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. You wish to go to Nabata rank? There was a way once, a gondola down from the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is something left and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap of parchment. Yes, I carry scraps of parchment all the time. And I scribe stuff while not fighting monsters. I'm a big scriber. For Nabata rank, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Yulmorans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Though it seems somewhat superfluous to do so, you dutifully make note of Gongon's words. Where the fuck is the third one? Is this? Oh no, I thought it was an outside toilet. Man, I didn't poop, nor I didn't pee from the beginning of the game. I must be seriously bloated by now. Oh, for Christ's sake. Emily, now you're mocking me. Oh, that's a surprise. Not many bound to Nabata rank these days. Oh yes, you would do. You would mock me every chance you get. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. You take down information regarding the trolley on a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. I have a bag? Since when? Unskilled, I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Nabata rank. The Yulmoran presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Amma rank, there have been no sightings of Yulmorans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alice's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? So these are our options. Well, what do you think? We can try the gondola. Might die, but hey. Can we get an airship anywhere? Not from VOD3, obviously. Gate aside. The trolley seems most feasible. Yes, I want to ride a trolley. It does seems to be the least risky of our options. And I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zoom Zoom can offer some insight. Oh, valued customer. Were the other board of help? Of a fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabata rank at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when first we asked? Yes, the gate, you see, it is impossible. Before there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say, but none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Biran Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Biran then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. The scale of the truck is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need follow it until we come to the mines. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zoom Zoom said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zoom Zoom's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can reduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Urianger's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. Alright. Haha! Damn, I'm so good at this game. No, don't fall. Yes. The cup is slightly warm, and a fair amount of tea steeped over long, if the color is any indication, remains within. The benches within suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. Ah, unskilled. What hast thou discerned? I see. Indeed, thine observations are consistent with my own. Emily, I was going to suggest you a show to watch. Oh no. I think that you can buy it in the United States on Blu-ray as a collection, and it's cheap, but I'm not sure. I don't know where if it's streamed someplace. I download it as a torrent if I want to watch it. Start from season 4. Don't watch seasons 1, 2, and 3. They are pretty boring. Well, I know it's illegal, but here in Bulgaria is not. I see indeed thine observations are consistent with my own. But let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and lukewarm tea besides. The levels for switching tracks look like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. These Talos bear it more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source, nor doth it appears to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them, that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Look at its rating in IMDb. It's a series from 1995. It's 7 seasons, and it still maintains very high rate. This show is one of the best Star Trek shows ever created, if not the best, and it jumps up, especially from season 4 onwards. It's an amazing sci-fi show. Unskilled, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go then. It might be a little corny at some places, but everything in Star Trek is a little bit nerdy and corny. Oh, go away. You will see how far we have come in the 24th century, and what kind of people we have become. It's a really great idea of how we overcame all our differences and we started being real humans, real human beings, if I may say so. It's a great show. Very, very optimistic about the future of mankind. Wicked White, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here. Of that, I'm sure. Oh, for Christ's sake! This is a very bad place to log out, by the way. But nevertheless, I will log out. Okay. That was it for today. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. GMT +2. Thank you, Emily, for being with me. And thank you everyone else for not being with me, or for those who have been with me. Thank you. I'll see you all tomorrow. And until then, yeah. And until then, good night and be safe.